I was working in the lift truck industry. I worked in material handling for a number of years. I traveled a lot. I love dogs, and I had an opportunity. I walked into a Petco in Broomfield, Colorado, and there was a group in there. And I saw the dogs that they had, and I saw what they were doing, and I thought, well, the weeks that I wasn't traveling, I would volunteer. And so I did. I started volunteering at their events on Saturdays, and then I started fostering. After about 6 months, I saw some things that I didn't like too much, and I made some friends with the other people there, and we started talking about it. And almost a year later, we decided to form a group. Just not caring for dogs if they came in with ringworm, something that's highly treatable, but it is contagious. Wouldn't isolate them, would just send them back to the shelter, which we quickly learned was a death sentence, and we just felt inspired, basically, maybe that's my competitive nature, to do a better job, and they did too, so we formed the group.
We did one transfer for another group, and we were actually going on vacation and stopped to pick up Sky. Come here. Come here. This is our very first rescue. Sky, my beautiful girl. We went down, found her on Dogs in Danger, and she was going to be euthanized the next day, so we drove down there and stopped, and then the shelter directors, they were floor to ceiling full of dogs, and said, can you please help us? And so we called and got the group we were fostering for at the time to call them and gave them their 501c3 number and all that stuff, and went to PetSmart and bought pens and kennels and changed our vacation plans and loaded up with dogs and drove home. So that was our first rescue, and then it's just gone ever since then. We've been doing it, you know, week after week after week. Now we're 5 years in. It's one of those things you don't realize how difficult it is until you actually do it. So.
But I told them I wouldn't foster, and then Emma called me one day, and she had my number, and she said, this dog's gonna die if you say no. And so I was like, okay. And she shows up at my house with 2 puppies to foster. Actually, I think they were a little older, and that's it. I was hooked from that moment on.